Hello everyone who follows my channel and who is accidentally brought by something, who is accidentally here. In front of me is contemporary metaethics book from this author. And here is some photo on this book. Interesting photo. Circle with many holes, like cages, like apartments, like rooms in this hole. I will now go to the back of this book, show you how interesting discussion I have this time. I always have something to say on this. I am joking. So here we have the content. This is the content. It says C-O-N-T-N-T. Content of this book. So I wanted to say, from the astrological perspective, of course, astrological perspective is the most brilliant and the most amazing and the best. It is the God's perspective. It is the God's perspective, of course. But that is another subject. So from the astrological perspective, I wanted to say something about this content of this book. So we have in this book, a writer writes about metaethics theory in the 20th century in the Western philosophy, mainly in United States and Germany and Great Britain and etc., where those authors were active. So first author is John Dewey. It is objectivism, and then is Edward Westermarck with his subjectivism, and then there is George Moore with his realism, and then later here is Max Scheler with his idealism, and later is Bertrand Russell, Alfred Ayer, Charles Stevenson, Richard Robinson, Paul Edwards, and later there are Rudolf Carnap and Hans Reichenbach with German representing Germany, and later is Richard Hare representing United States. Who will win in this amazing match? I'm joking, but this is the team of the real players of the metaethics. Metaethics is, if you didn't know, is the sport where you decide whose metaethic theory is stronger, better. Who is better? Who is right? Who have that potential to defeat other theory, to disprove other theories? And who will win? Who will climb at the top of the mountain from all these authors? I am just joking. And the last is P.H. Noel Smith. Okay, so I am just joking. I wanted to read all the authors mentioned in this book about metaethics. Metaethics is part of the philosophy, of course. So you can see clearly from the astrological perspective. We have here first player, I should say. I will continue to joke on this in my way, in my characteristic way. So first player is John Dewey with his objectivism. John Dewey, okay, he have objectivism. So it is about object. It is from noun object. Okay, and later is subjectivism it is from noun subject. So object and subject. We have two opposites. Later here we read realism, okay, and we have idealism, okay. Again, two opposites. We have later emotivistic anti-cognitivism. Interesting. We have here first empiristic cognitivism, later anti-empiristic cognitivism, later emotivistic anti-cognitivism. So we have two cognitivisms, okay, and one anti-cognitivism. And later we have another anti-cognitivism, and that is imperativistic anti-cognitivism. Okay, and later another cognitivism. For the third time, we have anti-cognitivism, and that is prescribistic anti-cognitivism. Okay, and later we have for the fourth time praxistic anti-cognitivism. Okay, we have two cognitivisms. Okay, versus 1, 2, 3, 4 anti-cognitivisms. Okay, you clearly can see that there are different approaches, different theories here, and as I said, we have oppositions between object and subject. We have oppositions between realism and idealism, and I would talk about now about these oppositions in this part where it says emotivistic anti-cognitivism. Okay, word emotivistic is interesting. It comes from word emotion. Okay. And later we have word imperativistic. It comes from word imperative, and prescriptivistic comes from word prescribe, to prescribe something. And later we have praxistic from the word, of course, praxis. Okay, we see this in the general way. We see subject, object, idealism, realism. We see emotion. We see imperative. We see prescribe, noun prescribing. We see all verb not important, and later we see praxis. So we see something different nouns. Okay, and we see that they are debating about cognitivism and versus anti-cognitivism. Okay, but that is not important for my astrological observations. So I wanted to say this. Astrology is full of oppositions. We have oppositions from Aries to Libra, from Scorpio to Taurus, etc. So we can clearly see that we have subjectivism and objectivism. We have two opposites. We have idealism, we have realism. I would say this. Subjectivism is Aries. Objectivism is Libra. Idealism is, of course, Jupiter or Neptune. Realism is, of course, Saturn. Cognitivism itself